story and send it our way. This can be a memory of a past event or a glimpse into your current home arena. We even provide your story featured in the broadcast and win prizes worth up to 1,000 euros. Gamers unite, now more than ever.
Indeed, as just one, again, I just can't get over that first game. Late game Dota is just so fun to watch. I think this patch has delivered a lot of really good early game Dota. We can go on and on about lane analysis, but so rarely do we get to really talk and see these late game insane team fights. I mean, 5 Roches in that game alone.
Yep.
Is there anything that stood out to you in game number 1?
I think if you're talking about MVP or looking for MVP, I would definitely go for FY. I think the 4-man Fisher that secured them the Roche was a pretty deal breaker for them.
Yeah.
Because Aster was relying on that one Roche attempt to turn the game back into their favor. So yeah, and he has been managed to put out some amazing plays as well, like the one finding SSS in the
Find him in the bottom, in the jungle. Or in the trees, you know, just like, this pesky guy's pushing our lane. If we kill him, we can go right in and push. And actually, I do want to point out, I think right after, during the high ground hold that LGD had to face when the DK suddenly had buyback and Xnova got caught out, the reason Xnova was there is because our observer let us know that he actually TP'd out to find bounty runes to give the Dragon Knight the buyback. So it was that close to buyback. Xnova's like, we need DK in this fight. He ventures out for the rune, and I mean, sure, he dies in a fairly comical way, but it was all for the team. And
that moment of brilliance from Xnova is all these small details things that most people wouldn't notice that make them into such a good players.
Exactly. He recognizes the communication on teams, the trust levels of don't worry, I got you, be ready to buy back. Right?
Yeah.
This is a truly fantastic game of Dota for game 1. This is a best of 3 series, however. How can Aster sort of reset and get ready for game 2? Do you think there's anything they need to do differently, or was it just maybe some standout plays? As here's our draft for.
But to be honest, I thought Aster was doing really good given their circumstances. They definitely showed a very good resilience in coming into this game. Even though they are 2 lanes down, but they are still playing like they have the lead. I think this is the strength of Chinese team. They are always okay with playing with 2 lanes down, and then even they have a voice line. You know, what was the voice line about again? The 2 racks down being 2 racks down.
I don't recall that voice line.
Never mind. I couldn't think of it now. But maybe
they'll spam it.
Yeah, maybe they'll spam it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Here's the bans getting underway for our second game. LGD taking game 1 in a back-and-forth series. Quite exciting. We'll see how game 2 pans out, if there'll be any different bans. And the Vengeful Spirit, once again, out from Team Aster, is maybe a little bit surprising, but that's an Xnova hero that he really has been playing.
Yeah, recently he has been playing a lot.
He's good on it, too.
Yeah.
Those swaps, I mean, of course, he likes to build aura items as you do on that hero, but it gives him so much utility. I mean, we saw last game how he's more than comfortable playing this very sacrificial position. The cow in the room. Dying for the bounty rune to get his DK buyback. Vengeful Spirit, a very similar hero to that. So
yeah, and also not only the swap and the stun is amazing, the aura are amazing as well. Also the armor reduction.
Oh yeah,
especially you are pairing. Especially most of your heroes now they buy Necronomicon, they buy the Half of Dominator, so it ends up very nicely with the passive. From the range.
Exactly, because they get the bonus stats as well.
It's actually a very low-key OP hero, OP aura machine. We have not seen Venge a lot in other regions, but specifically in Chinese, they love this because just that they love playing team fights, right?
Yeah. All right.
Oh, first pick Quap.
The Quap sneaks.
So once again, they have the last. Oh no, they don't have the last pick.
Nope. This time they're on Dire with second pick.
Wow.
Or with
first
pick.
We don't see this a lot, right? I have never seen anyone first pick a Quap, but then again, Quap is a very flexible hero. It could potentially go to four rows. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, exactly. I have seen it safe lane. Usually the build is something like armlet, surprisingly.
Wow.
Yeah. So the match I watched, actually, Samboy built 2 armlets, but that was different. It was an NA game, so you know.
All right, any game, of course.
NA.
Of course, it is an NA game.
Yeah, of course. But anyway,
Best region in the world.
best region in the world. That's where all the meta is being forged right now, somewhere in Slax's basement. It's tied up. I don't know what's going on in there. Anyway, DK will be picked up in response. It was a mid lane DK, right?
Well, again, Dragon Knight has been a very popular hero whenever a team has a second pick, because just how much flexible value you have on this hero is just too great for you in terms of drafting. It gives you a lot of advantage in drafting because you can always have the flexibility to change this hero around.
Yeah, and I want to say, despite it being a mid lane DK for LGD last game, he played it and even built it a lot like a carry, I feel. Starting off with an armlet, going for a farming item, then going for the Aghanim Scepter, and then just damage, right? Not really relying so much on the blink initiation we're kind of used to seeing on a mid lane DK.
It was also because of the circumstances he has been put in, because he's playing against the Shadow Demon. He knows that an early Shadow Blade or Blink Dagger is not going to help him change the game dynamic a lot. So instead he went for a more with a farming item that allows him to scale better into the late game.
Yep. Of course, the Necrobook 3s against him will just completely nullify.
And also he knows that he's playing with a Lycan, and Lycan eventually is going to fall off. So he has to pick up the farm that he has to pick up the responsibility to carry the game when the game goes badly. So I would say he's doing a really good job in filling up the holes of the Lycan.
Indeed. We'll see how LGD are going to respond to the opener of the DK Oracle. It's a pretty strong one. Good save potential, very extremely tanky. I think the Queen of Pain actually is a decent first pick against it, because much like a Phoenix, it allows you to jump onto the back lines and try and force the Oracle to either ult himself or just, not ult at all and just die.
Yeah. Alright, this Phoenix pick, that's actually a lot of flexibility from LGD side, because Quap, we have just mentioned this hero can play on 4 rows, and also Phoenix, you could play it on 3-4-5 as well. X-Nova plays this hero, and also recently 11 has been finding success with LGD on Phoenix 3 as well.
Yeah, that is true actually. Yeah.
And also in the interview of Charlie's previously in the previous tournament, he said that Phoenix is one of the pocket hero for 11. So you only bring this hero up when you are in desperate needs of it, of winning. So it looks like LGD wants to close out this game with a 2-0.
Yeah, indeed. FY still no stranger to the Phoenix. He's been playing it as of recently as well in the DPL, CDA leagues and whatnot. I mean, it's just too strong of a pick here. It's a good opening against the Oracle and DK. Now we just need something to pair it with. If you want it on the 3, I think that could still work. Most likely, I suspect Team Aster are going to pick something against it. Maybe a Snapfire. Yeah.
Or something like a Juggernaut PL.
Jug PL. Let's see.
But these are not exactly... I mean, Juggernaut... I'm never a fan of Juggernaut, just because this hero... Teams are always picking them for the Kotal, to hit the Kotal ball, to hit the Phoenix egg, but then they forgot that Phoenix doesn't necessarily have to use an egg to win a team fight. A lot of times, just a Sun Ray would be able to do a lot of damage to the beefy heroes like the Dragon Knight right here. So it gives me more reasoning to believe that Phoenix is more likely to be a 3, simply because he needs more level on the Dragon, on the Sun Ray, so that he could do more damage on DK, and also he wants to get a very early Spirit Vessel as well.
That's a good point you bring up, because he does extremely well with levels. That Sun Ray percentage damage is super strong against DK, very good against any hero really, because it's percentage based, but disproportionately strong against strength heroes as a result. As Triple C though, he's no stranger to the Troll pick, to the Naga, so there are still some very strong counter pick potentials that I think still synergize quite well with the Team Aster lineup here.
Oracle plus Troll, especially.
Yep, exactly, and there's actually the Morph ban that's PSG LGD. That was another pick I might have suggested, but will get banned out from LGD. So I think maybe Team Aster might be considering that. They do have first pick right out of the gate here of this banning stage. Is that what you're doing now? Maybe considering the Troll pick, or do you want to save your carry for a little bit later on in the draft?
Yeah, I think you are afford to save the carry first, since you have the last pick. You could show post. You don't want to show another core because you want to keep your Dragon Knight in this grid. So I think this is where the post 4 comes in.
Might we see?
Alright, so indeed it will be a Sapphire.
So I think now it's going to be Phoenix 4, right?
Yep.
Okay. And that's the beauty of the Phoenix, right? We talk all this stuff about Phoenix, immediately just shut down by the Snapfire, but it's still very useful.
Yeah.
The levels, Phoenix, yes, does well with items, but he's more level dependent. This meta kind of favors support heroes that just take a lane eventually, because we tend to see lots of heroes, lots of carries rather, just go jungle for like 5-10 minutes after 10, like at the 10-minute mark, which allows heroes like Phoenix, like the Shaker last game. It'll allow probably the Snapfire and Oracle this game to soak levels and get that level 6 in their lane. So we'll see what LGD decides to respond with. Maybe they're going to have to change gears a bit. The Troll still a possibility to draft against, Troll or...
Yeah, they definitely want to look for some stuns right now, especially the AoE stuns, because they don't have any disable on both heroes, Quap and Phoenix. You could argue that the Supernova is a stun, but you have to make sure that it stays alive.
I got a crazy suggestion. What about 11 Enigma?
Enigma. Ooh.
I like it. Percentage-based damage. It's good lockdown. None of the supports really bother you all that much. Okay, interesting. So it's Tusk.
Could be a Snapfire tree or a Tusk tree. Yeah, we've seen some Tusk tree, especially in the European region, I believe.
Yeah.
And that would be the Ursa pick from LGD.
I think they're seriously considering the Enigma pick here. I think it's very strong.
For LGD?
For LGD. I don't know, maybe you don't do it when your enemies have last pick, but I think it's really great against the Snapfire, the Tusk, the DK.
Yeah, that's true. All three heroes have nothing to consider BKB Black Hole. And also... Yeah, I mean, Midnight Pulse really big for DK.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about this game. They don't really have the best wave clear. I mean, yes, we have not seen the safe laner from Team Aster yet, but as of now, they do all right. Breathe Fire and the Snapfire Scatterblast is going to be your best two abilities to clear Eidolons, but you could potentially still get some farm early.
Aster read you perfectly.
I'm telling you, man. 11's been playing a lot of Enigma recently in his pubs, and as well as in his official games. So that's what I was thinking. I think the Enigma pick would have really, really done well against Aster here. Had they gone for a Troll, which they still might on Team Aster, I think that would have as well been a very strong pick against it. So the Enigma ban makes a lot of sense. LGD, they're actually running out of draft time here.
Yeah. I still don't see any Oracle killer right here, except for the Quap. If they eventually want to put the Quap at the mid lane and ban out the Troll,
which makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. So
maybe we go with something. I'm just looking at 11 heroes here.
Yeah, I don't think any post 4 could change the game here, so I think that Phoenix is a 4.
Yeah.
11 here, alright. Let's see. I feel like Timbersaw is pretty okay right here against the DK, and also Oracle Snapfire don't really do a lot to Timbersaw.
That's a good point, actually.
After Timbersaw get a Hood, of course. They do a lot of magical damage, but a Hood or used Lotus could easily deal with that.
Maybe a Bristle. 11's been playing a lot of a Bristleback as well.
Oh,
Beast man. Brewmaster. Sorry, the other master.
Right, so this is another way of dealing with the Oracle. If you couldn't kill him, just cyclone him.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's very annoying and very effective. Okay, so now we need an Aster hard carry here.
Yeah, something that is good against Brew.
The Supernova is not too much of a concern. We've already addressed that. Could we use a little bit more lockdown for a Queen of Pain? Or maybe our Ursa even?
Yeah, of course. But then again, if you're looking at heroes with lockdown Void, Faceless Void could be good.
Faceless Void? Is
yeah,
Ember Spirit? It is banned.
Yeah, Faceless Void, you do have the Snapfire to pair with you.
Naga. Nope, Faceless Void. Alright. Okay. Good damage in the Chrono as well. You have the Snapfire combo. Breathe Fire potentially can be nice on the onset. You've got two pretty good saves on Team Aster between the Oracle as well as the Tusk, so you have something to fall back upon. Maybe, I mean, Fade's a really good player. He can probably dodge a Sonic Wave with a Snowball. What do you think?
Oh, I'm saying that he could save someone from the Chrono this game, at least once.
Fade?
Yeah.
Saving someone from the Chrono?
Yeah, like trying to snowball his ally out of the Chrono.
Oh, okay. That's a neat one. Yeah. That would be pretty cool.
That would be really like game changing.
Oh yeah, just bait Chuan.
Yeah.
Right, bait Chuan. That's the play, and then you get the snowball him out. He's ready to go. He's getting the Elder Dragon form splash damage. Okay. Look at that. He's got the Alpine Ursa set.
Ooh.
Cowboy. Remember when that got added to the game and everyone's like, my cosmetics.
And
now we got, what, the battle pass. I don't know. I was just trying to stir up controversy. I think it's a really fun set, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the Alpine Ursa, how do you think Chalice is going to do here on the Ursa Warrior?
Well, he's playing against the Snapfire offlane, so normally you want to pair, you want to play Ursa against a melee offlane, but then again, he's playing against a Snapfire, so I don't know how well he could do. Snapfire does have a lot of cheap damage to harass him.
Well, the odds pretty heavily favoring LGD here, however. GG.
Wow.
See? Team Master, the clear underdog heading into this series. I think I have to disagree there. I know this is an early tempo draft from LGD. There's no denying that. Whenever you got an Ursa. But I think we've seen Team Master able to take fights. They're very coordinated. I believe that they can kite out this Ursa before he has the Abyssal, to really close him down.
Yeah, I do think that they have a very solid draft as well. So 7. I think I would be taking that.
Well, we shall see
Yep.
as we get underway with our match number 2 in our best of 3 series.
Time to unleash your brilliance.
Absolutely. That's what I'm trying to do here. If you're LGD,
Hee-haw.
trying to, that draft, I gotta say, LGD, they played very well that last game. I know this is the last thing I promised about game number 1. I won't drone on about it throughout the entire day. But I think that really shows when a team clicks, when you can go up against that sort of, by the time that Gyro was pushing your 2-4s, that game looked lost.
Yeah.
Right? And they pushed on through. I think that takes a whole lot of fortitude. I don't think any regular old team might be able to hold and push back against that, but they did. So
Yeah, that takes a lot of mental strength as well.
yeah, not to tilt. And LGD, I think they got the momentum going into this game. We'll see if they're able to make it happen, secure the 2-0.
The Bloodlust level 1 Ogre Magi. That's pretty interesting. So that's going to give you more attack speed on the Ursa to potentially do more harassment. Wow, look at that. What was that?
I don't know.
What is that?
That's a
Did this
taunt.
go ball? Alright, goal.
No.
No, he didn't. He missed it.
Got blocked out. I do want to actually... Oh, they're dancing. He's actually dancing, I think. But he's just taunting. It's literally a disco ball. Cool. But my question to you is... I've casted the opens and the closed qualifiers. We've seen a lot of Ursa throughout. To me, a disheartening amount of Ursas have built Battle Fury.
Oh yeah, that is the Chinese meta right now.
Yeah. Can you explain that to me? I'm not a believer in it. Let's be clear. So you're gonna have to do some convincing.
All right, I think Ame is the one that comes up with this build. And it just because you went for a power trade, right? So there's a lot of synergy with your attack speed, right? And then
And maxing over the power as well.
yeah, and we know that Ursa, this hero's his skill kit has been changed for quite a while, and Rage is now giving you a ton of stated resistance. So a lot of the Ursa player that go for the Battlefield plus S and Y.
Yeah.
So,
I'd actually like to very quickly addend my last statement. You actually max the Earth Shock on Battle Fury Ursa, not the Overpower. Sorry.
yeah, Shock. So they make sure that they are super strong in the laning phase, and then
Nova
will be die.
Yes, he will be dying here.
Or not.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he has the South and the stick.
Yeah, the blocks coming through, the creep wave saving his life as they'll be trialing it against Chalice. We'll see what he's queued up. Nothing yet on the Ursa, but we do tend to see the Battle Fury in China.
Yeah, so most of the time we see that Ursa is one of the heroes that dominates a lane.
Yes.
And then he'll turn this advantage into fighting. But right now teams are grouping up a lot to get to play team fights right now. So it's very hard for Ursa to snowball because he needs to fight the 5-man, and that's not something that Ursa wants to do. So that's why a lot of especially the Chinese player, they want to go for Fury, making sure that their skills into the mid game, and then get to SNY, get to Bashel and the Satanic, and then have a lot of stated resistance for them play into the team fight.
Alright.
Yeah, so that's all about scaling on Ursa right now.
That is indeed, as they're looking to claim this bounty placed onto Baboka. They're going to find themselves on
the career warrior!
Oh, SCC. Well, that's only a level 1 Fire Spirit, so it's not enough attack speed slow. Did deliver its item, but still 150 gold to Team Master.
And Charlie's is not having a really good time here.
No.
You never want to pick Ursa and to be suffer on the lane. It feels very bad.
Oh, you know what's a dirty combo here too? The tag team.
Oh, Little Shredder?
Yeah, into Little Shredder. Tag team Little Shredder. Lil
Leo Shadow.
That's what it's called. That does quite a number here on the Chalice.
And all the cheap damage coming from SSI is super annoying as well. All the long range spells, the scatter blast, slowing and doing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Whereas Void's lane is looking a lot more stable because I don't think there's a lot of ways for you to kill SSC. So on LGD side, they are aiming to annoy Bubble-Car. Bubble-Car is the one hero that you want to bring down.
That's very true. I will say the one strength, though, that they have in this lane is good damage over time, right? Which Void hates, because he can't time walk that off. The Thunderclap, whatever it's called now on Brewmaster, it's a pretty big nuke, so he's probably going to be more tempted to time walk that off. It is Thunderclap. But we'll see. He's already got 2 points here into the Bash. And I suspect he's probably going to try and get more points into that Bash than the Time Walk and be a little bit more aggressive with his farm here, especially against an Ursa. You know, the Time Walk does not help you farm as much as the Bash. So we'll see what he goes for. But that's just a point to consider because they do have decent damage over time here on LGD. Now, a Sonic Wave, though, that's completely different.
Oh, 11 might be in trouble. Yeah. Bubble-Car just hit level 2. So Purifying Flames can really do a lot of damage.
Yeah, you got the Dispel now with the combos. The Fire Spirits just get a little bit more damage in. Let's see. Courier? Yep, Courier. Yoink.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Equalizing out. Middle lane, not going to be the most fun to watch. Queen of Pain against the DK. Not a whole lot of kill potential there. But everyone's going to be farming here. So here's the big rotations from both supports at the 4-minute mark, as I believe Queen of Pain probably with a bottle at this point. Looking for the bottom rune.
What a regen! No!
That's brutal. Maybe. Not going to be able to pick up that rune. DK, Xuan, not getting any, he's not getting anything out of it, but he is getting the effective denial of the rune.
Yeah, this regen rune is so crucial for Queen of Pain right now.
Yeah. She is, that's an empty bottle, and she is going to be feeling sad. So what probably is going to happen is LGD, they're going to make a pretty aggressive kill attempt, or whichever support dies next, either from LGD, they're going to TP mid as soon as possible and refill that bottle. You really need to, especially on a Queen. I mean, she's going to be so sad. She can't come up in CS. The DK is just going to right-click her and walk all over in this lane. And if this goes on any further, he's going to have his level 6, and with Queen of Pain unable to defend the tower, that's going to go down very, very quickly. You can't have that. You cannot have that. And that's all from the minute 4 bounty rune. That's how important these.
That's how important controlling power rune is to changing the game dynamic.
Yeah.
And that's why if you're a support and you're playing pops, you want to make sure that 3.5 minutes you want to be walking towards the rune already.
Yes. Worst case scenario, that happens, right? But at least you were there, right?
Yeah, at least you are there.
At least you were there.
Showing some effort to your mid player that care about you.
Yeah,
you know?
especially in pubs when they go tilting.
Yeah.
Yeah. My goodness. Well, we'll see now, as I believe they did TP1 back as Somnus now with a full bottle, I believe.
Yeah, he got a bounty rune as well, I think.
Oh, yeah, bounty rune. So that'll do it as well. So able to secure himself a bounty. So now we shouldn't see this tower go down quite yet. But there's a Siege Wagon and not quite level 6. There's
Chalice.
The Dragon Form. The Shao is perhaps in some trouble going for the first blood. The Cookie connecting perfectly onto 2. And XXS getting first blood.
So much damage coming out from the team tag. The tag team, sorry. Oh, so that was 4 bounty runes.
Oh, yeah.
For Aster. All right.
Where did Somnus get his bottle refill?
That was X-Nova TPing in.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. It has to be done. It has to be done. LGD, top lane does have some kill potential. So there's going to be the ranged Dragon Form or the Dragon Tail.
Oh, he blinked in for the rune.
He did blink in. That means he will die. And that's a big kill. Chalice actually making the rotation over onto Xuan. There's a short disarm, but that's just going to get him a little bit closer. Nice Dragon Tail.
The body block
through. There's going to be a death top lane as X-Nova will go down, but Xuan will die. Chalice.
He wants more.
There's blood in the water as he's coming out of hibernation now looking for a kill. Needs to be a bit careful. The Purifying Flame's going to end up doing more good than harm.
Oh, Snowboy is on cooldown. So
he's still going to die, though.
FY is going to die for his body.
Yep. A bit too aggressive out from LGD, but I like it. They force more rotations mid lane. The problem is your safe laners here, so who's benefiting from the space? The Ogre?
11 is going to look at that.
Oh, look at that.
That is the space.
That's the space.
That's the space. Both Oracle and Tusk are at the mid lane. So
I was about to say, I was like, something's not right here. We must be missing something, right? There's all this space. I don't see any dead here, and there it is.
Oh, so the Necro Book Rush for Brewmaster.
That just seems to be it's just so good right now.
Yeah.
Especially, and the build-up is so strong for offlane. Well, they're kisses on the Chalice. No, he's trying to juke him, but that's just going to give more attacks to fade now as Somnus bash yanking bottom. Oh,
no bashes.
Level 5 on faces.
One crib away from Chrono.
It's probably 3 experience, and he's going to die. The boulder hurl. Oh, no. Triple C. It's going to take some time, but a second boulder will be hurled. Face is void. He's going to go down.
And look at how many creeps are there under his tower.
That's brutal. He was so close to hitting level 6.
And he's no TP. He just TP'd down.
That's one deny. That's one deny, right, from Beastmaster, and he's level 6. One less deny on Beastmaster, he's level 6.
Oh, this is so tilting, man.
That's
like, I think even a player like SCCC with such a good attitude, he must be feeling very down because of this.
Yeah.
You never want to TP down and die straight away as a carry.
Alright, 2 TPs down here, as that's a big rotation. I believe that's Oracle. Indeed it is. All for old 11. The cookie off the mark, but it will get Exodus a little bit closer.
Unleash your anger.
That's exactly. There's going to be the kill. The vengeance kill, but now space created top lane, X-Nova and Chalice, they're just gonna go for...
Wait, look for a second like he...
I thought they were gonna go for Roche too, but I was like...
You want SCC is not 6 yet?
No, okay. There he goes. He's level 6 now. Chalice walking right in, giving him the Earth, or the Empower. Nice stun there. Not going to hold him down nearly long enough as Chalice popping the ulti, looking to continue fighting, but the Asher supports have rotated over from their bottom lane kill attempt onto Chalice. He actually ran away, so the root duration will not be reduced by the Enrage, as they will get a kill in return. However, Fade with a snowball, a little bit too aggressive, will go down. There's so much rotation. I say this very respectfully. This does not look like a Chinese game of Dota. There's everyone just all over the map right now. Right?
This is something that LGD has been playing a lot more aggressively during this time. Ever since LGD 011 joined them, they have been super hunger for team fights.
Yeah. I mean,
so they are they're always 5 manning at a very early on. So I think Aster right here, they're just trying to follow the pace of LGD, because if you don't bring enough numbers into the team fight, when LGD bring 5 men, you are just going to lose every single fight.
Yeah, that is true, and that's why actually the Vengeful Spirit is banned out by Aster. It's these very active supports that make a difference early on. When I was looking up at all these things, and I was talking to you earlier, LGD really like going for this aggressive play style now. We'll see if it works out as Fade gets off the Enrage just in time. Schwan looking for the Dragon Tail. We'll find it. Tag team surrounded by 4. Chalice off to the low ground. Will we see the Chrono? Yes, we will. X-Nova, he's going to provide emotional support there from the cliff. As Chalice in the Roche pit. Oh, he's going to be able to dodge a little bit further. He's not going to die, actually. They got the healing from the Purifying Flames, as it looks like Somnus given the Grandma the walk around, but Grandma will come calling. And she will kill that Queen of Pain as Aster pick up 2 kills onto 2 cores.
Alright, very anticlimactic incident there. It looks for a second like he managed to get off, but
nope. He runs right back into his death, unfortunately. I thought maybe he was going to die inside of Roche, and when that didn't happen, I said, okay, he's going to go for the bounty. Nope.
Yeah. I think if you look at the Navrf now, Brewmaster should be sitting at the top of his team.
Brewmaster is the old 11.
Yeah, and also, so both of the safe lane are getting a really good lane. They will be able to skill pretty good.
I don't know if we've seen a Sonic Wave yet. Well, we see one here. Pure damage, so of course not bothered by the Fate's Edict, as they will now be backing off.
Yeah, look at how their cores are constantly playing with each other and giving O11 all the space.
Oh yeah, now he's coming in though. Queen of Pain.
Yes, level 6. So.
The front line very aggressive. She did blink, level 1 blink. Very long cooldown. Arcane Rune though is very helpful, so she's probably going to ulti something here just for the efficiency. As they're with the Siege Wagon still alive, I believe this tower should be going down. Schwan maybe getting a little bit too close to the Ursa Warrior. There's going to be the jump onto him, giving him the Fate's Edict, but they still will continue to stack up the Fury Swipes. There's now a bit more damage.
Boboka is in trouble.
Going out, Boboka, he's done his job though. He's got the ulti off. There's the Supernova. Underneath the tier 2, LGD continue to dive. The Boulder will be hurled at to the toss. Buying back is Boboka. He's already used the ultimate, but Schwan, the Elder Dragon form now ending. Still holding on to the Sonic Wave here. There it is, finally. They get the kill onto the Dragon Knight. Again, just diving the tier 2 tower. Somnus with the triple kill. What is going on? They didn't even get the tier 1.
This is LGD, man. I mean, as much as I know that they will hate anyone else compare them to OG, but they are playing more and more like OG.
Yeah.
Like constantly abusing leader item timings. Like right here, they are just abusing their Arcane Rune, right? On the Quap.
Go take a look at that moment of brilliance. I think the Supernova was like the all-in button. They all Schwan here, Boboka with the buyback.
Look at how aggressive the Supernova.
Underneath the tier 2, the Boulder hurling that tusk. There is no escape, my friend. Turn around. I want to see how many people did he hit with with the Sonic Wave. Oh, he had to wait for the snowball.
All four.
He hits all four. Beautiful. Just so much patience there on Maybe. That's amazing. 5 kills. A dieback on Oracle. 12 minutes into the game. He's not going to have upgraded boots probably until minute 20.
Yeah. I mean, this is the combo of Brewmaster plus the Phoenix. There's no way you can hit the egg. You get stunned. You get Cyclone. And while you're trying to do that, you get Sonic Wave.
Where was the Snapfire?
He didn't even have the little shadow.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah.
That's a mistake, though. That's a big misplay, I believe.
Like there's not enough respect for FY.
You need to have that point for the Supernova. It's too risky. Even if X Nova here. Oh,
all right.
That creep. He deserved a cookie.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, those bashes. There we go. Sure, Warlord left waiting to try and land that stun, but yeah, I feel like even a single value point, right? Because that can really ruin a Chronosphere.
Yeah.
I mean, it forces the Void to now back off from that Chrono a little bit earlier, which could be just a wasted Chrono for a support ulti. I feel like you really one value.
Yeah, just one weather point is great.
That's all you need. Ignore it for the rest of the game. Don't put a single skill point into it, but that's a mistake.
And also because you're only picking Snapfire because there's a Phoenix, right?
Yes.
So why not getting that 1 point? Otherwise, what's your purpose of this Snapfire in the game? Why not just pick any other heroes?
I agree. I completely agree with you. There's a number of other offlaners that attack quite quickly. Go for a Weaver offlane.
Yeah.
For example, that one's built in. You want to level the Sakuchi anyway. I understand on an offlane Sapphire, you don't not really tempted to go for it. There's going to be the follow-up. Look, Grandma's Kisses onto Old 11. Snowball just to be able to secure the kill there. Schwann now continuing on. X and Nova surrounded by 4 enemy heroes as there's another stun now onto Phoenix. Dragons over Phoenixes as FY unable to Icarus dive. He's gotten too close to the sun and will drop. 3 kills for Team Aster.
Yeah, good chrono and good targeting as well. As long as you bring down the front line, the team fight dominator from LGD, which is the Brew, you'll be able to run away with good team fights. But once again, you are using your chrono for 3 heroes, which is good. But then again, you have a pretty long downtime of cooldown. And indeed, Ursa he is going for the Fury. Do you like that?
Oh,
no.
He's okay. Well, that's the beauty of the Battle Fury, at least.
Yeah,
right? It gives you this very flexible build-up with items you want to build up.
Oh, wait, what? The Primal Split is used? For what?
Well, I mean, it's a zoning Primal Split. Zones the Snapfire all the way back.
All right. And he got a tip, and he gets a tip as well.
Yep, gets the tip. That's gonna get a lot of voice line.
What just happened?
The Ice Frog.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but that's the beauty of the Ursa build-up, right? Is that you start with the Mithril Hammer. That can go into a BKB, can go into a Basher. What else can that build into? Maelstrom if you want. Schwann. Oh, nice follow. Stun from Old 11 with the Blink Dagger here already. Does not have that ulti. The Sonic Wave, though, onto 3. Supernova onto the backlines as Maboka will go down, but full HP will be this Dragon Knight, as I believe he's gotten all the way back home into the fountain, getting that double HP regeneration.
HP, I think he got salved.
He might have gotten salved, but also that's 32 healing a second with his passive Dragon Blood in the ulti. For what, 5 seconds, I think, or 4 seconds at level 1 for the False Promise?
That's true.
That's a lot of healing.
Yeah.
Might have been a salve on top of that, absolutely. And a fountain on top of that. DK, he's a tanky man. He's a tanky man.
He is.
Nice Basher done, though, for our Ursa Warrior.
Yeah, you have to pray for a bash to get to kill the White Spirit, the Faceless Void right now.
Void,
Yeah.
The other purple one. Take a look at that moment of brilliance here. We'll just take another look. There might have been a healing salve. Now check for that debuff bar there.
Oh,
there's
the urn.
The urn, yep. Although the urn out from him, a simple urn charge is going to be more than enough. There it is. Pretty heavy commitment by LGD. They will get that off laners. We're missing a little bit of a team fight here, but we're going to catch the back end of it. X-Nova looking to just to create space here. Ursa Warrior now jumping right back in after presumably killing Baboka. That's already a full Vestal onto the DK. Try and out-heal that one, Baboka.
Oh, they didn't even need the Brewmaster to come as well. So
it's going to be Roche.
Straight into Roche.
Yep, I like this. Good timing. This is LGD, man. Honestly, I thought Aster was going to have him from that first maybe 8 minutes, and then they dove to tier 2, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was just too strong.
Yep.
And And when they dove that, Phoenix was just level, before level 12. So it was only level 1 Supernova.
Yeah.
So if this Supernova gets to if he gets to level 2 or level 3 Supernova, how are you going to deal with that?
Yeah, especially, I mean, we must have a point in Little Shredder by now.
Yeah, but you are already missing out the best time to take down the Supernova. Still not. He went for the talent instead. No respect for FY.
No, I agree. I agree. I think this is a very bold move for Aster. I mean, yes, the stun and the damage timing does get better with more levels in the scatter belts, but even a single point, just 1 point, at least for the level 1 Supernova. Level 2 Supernova is a whole different beast, of course, right? But yeah, I don't understand that one.
And it's not like you get chrono or something by hitting that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at the disable coming out from LGD, they are not really very, very strong.
No, exactly not. There's going to be the jump onto Baboka, as he's going to try and save himself. Not a lot of magic damage being dealt to him, however. Commits the ulti on himself, faces Void with a time walk. He's just walking away. Baboka will die here.
I think you rather die here, right? There's 2 minutes cooldown on Oracle, and
I agree.
To make this even worse, they took their career away as well in front of him.
Another reason, actually, I think that they really should put a value point is right now, without that value point in Will Shredder, there is no reason for LGD to target anyone but the Baboka if they want to blow up a support, right? Because if we had the point in Little Shredder, there's a case to be made there. We need to at least control, at least Cyclone XXS. Otherwise, he is going to destroy the Supernova, level 1.
Yeah,
that's
right
not
now,
a concern.
Yeah, FY has no fear. He has no fear in just popping his Supernova aggressively. So yeah, that's a good point. I think at this point they should realize that there's no Leo Shredder on the Sapphire. Otherwise, he would have just died.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, he would have died maybe even twice now.
Yeah.
But that's not been the case, and we'll see how that fares for them. I mean, and this is the thing, right? Maybe if they had a very late game lineup, I could see it. But DK faces Void. It does win late game against this lineup. Don't get me wrong, but oh goodness, Sonic Wave committed there. Look at how far. All right. There we go. There's the jump forward. All the ladder. They're committing for this team fight. Blinking it will be Schwan. There's the Chronosphere onto 2, but FY outside of the Chrono trying to heal. Could not out-heal the love of Grandma's Kisses. X-Nova, he knows he's dead. Tries to go for a stun. They will get that kill eventually. That's everything for the supports.
Well, you need to scream and then get out. Unfortunate for 11 because he blinked right into the DK and get Dragon Tail immediately.
Yeah. That was...
So this is why sometimes most of the Brewmaster, they don't go in and clap. They go in straight and then they have Primal Split.
They ulti first.
Yep,
because it gives your enemies a little bit too much time to
react to that. Yeah.
Maybe thinking that he could dodge the cookie wind-up, perhaps a little bit of a longer stun. No instant stun. All right, let's take another look at that. I was very surprised they committed to this. I'm not going to lie. Old 11 get in there, get stunned immediately by the
he didn't jump right into Chuan, but Chuan reacted
brilliantly. He was in the Elder Dragon form. Very important for him to get right in his face and stun, because that's got a travel time and range form as well.
And this is the moment of brilliance of Chuan.
That really is.
Yep.
It really is. That's his moment of brilliance there. Just making sure that there's not a single chance that ulti gets off, gets out of the way for the Chrono. Bada bing, bada boom. Want a team fight. LGD though, I mean, very aggressive play out from them.
Ursa is making his way into a big KB right now, alright?
Dude, yeah.
Makes sense, but then again, you are playing against a Void, which has a Chrono, which BKB doesn't do anything to that. So
LGD is still heavily favored in this matchup as well, as we saw.
Yeah, they are.
Thanks to our GG bet on tracker.
Bob is going for the
X. She has the money.
He's going for the X, yep.
No Yule Scepter, no Orchid.
I think it means that they want to be fighting all the time. They don't want to have downtime against the Void.
Yes.
So they will make sure that no matter the Void has a Chrono or not, they will have the tools for them to take a team fight. This is the reasoning behind the Aghanim's.
I suspect we saw a bash there onto our Dragon Knight, and after that the Fury swipes, and a point in overpower, just able to, overpower him, frankly. There we go, though. We're probably going to a bit more healing, or a bit more tower damage here. So it's so efficient to amp the attack speed of your siege wagons. Look at that. A quarter of its HP down in 5-6 hits.
Yeah. BKB completed on Faceless Void, so you have an MOM plus BKB don't really have a lot of damage unless you have the tag team with you.
Maybe. Look at this. Just so aggressive. Punch me. I dare you. There's got that blade mail, very spiky and thorny. Fade, looking for the TP out. The Sonic Wave, though, will catch 3. XSS positioned very poorly now on the low ground, getting a boulder hurl. It is his direction. Very nice Cyclone onto Baboka, preventing the ulti from coming through. Now he's next in line to go down. Will pop the ulti once again, still level 10. So it's going to be a 2-minute cooldown as Baboka getting plenty of attention out from the LGD lineup. Will be the DK as Team Aster have lost 3 from this aggressive play. Finally, Aegis being reclaimed, however.
LGD are so good in capitalizing all these small opportunities to get kills. They saw that the Void is bottom, fixing the lane. That's why they can do such an aggressive dive on the top. They know that they have time to kill them all before the Void reach to the team fight. This is so well played by LGD. These two teams are very similar, you know, in sort of the drafting.
There they go. The smoke, though. The chrono. Oh, they've caught the DK. I don't know if that matters. The kisses, they realize they cannot kill the Ursa Warrior. The snowball through to keep old 11 stunned up as the BKB will pop up with the bashes. Oh, no. Chalice is going to get the ulti off. Does he have a team nearby? As there goes FY, the Supernova now onto the back lines. Getting stunned up, though, is Ursa Warrior. The Sonic Wave onto 4. They will lose Chalice. Supernova will pop off, however. 2 heroes dead on the side of Aster. They're going to keep on fighting. Somnus jumping right back in with that blade mail. Keep hitting me. I dare you. The damage on the Faceless Void is not nearly enough. The burst Aster will die. The Sun Ray heals. And the DK, the lone survivor for Team Aster.
Why? Who is this guy?
He is a reborn Phoenix player.
Yeah.
This is a through and through Phoenix player. Just very strong plays there. Can we take a look at that fight recap real quick just to see the damage? It's mostly the Queen of Pain, to be fair, but 2,000 damage from your position 4? That's value.
That's value.
That's valuable.
I'm telling you, SSS he's regretting for not getting a Little Shadow in. You could not kill the Phoenix right now. Like you have missed all your chances of killing this guy. He is getting an Aghanim's very soon. So he is telling the SSS that I don't care about your Little Shadow.
Absolutely. And yeah, now he has no reason to care whatsoever. Does a good job there in forcing Aster to keep running away from their base. LGD is just able to pincer them there perfectly.
Yeah, I want to see FY pulling out a Chrono. It's pulling out a Supernova to save his ally from the Chrono. I think that's going to happen very
We were talking about the Snowball saves, but we didn't think about the Supernova save. You're absolutely right. And just a full-out aggressive build as well.
Yeah, Aster, they're running out of damage right now.
Right, that's the
all their damage is coming from the multiple kisses that heavily rely on Chronosphere to hit. So what they can fight only every 160 seconds.
Yeah.
Whereas QP, whereas if you look at LGD, they can take fight all the time. They're like Captain America. They can do this all the time.
They really are. You can do this all day, especially now with that Axe on Queen of Pain, 45-second cooldown, amping the pure damage up to 610, I believe, at level 18, which will get amped further. Look at that, 610.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And pure damage as well.
Pure damage.
You cannot build anything to withstand the damage.
Nope, not at all. That'll cut right through, especially these supports on Team Aster. All right, looking for a Blade Mail on Tusk now. Double Bracer, still not enough to keep him alive. I think he's a big problem he's been facing is he's not really willing to Walrus Punch the Quap because then he just dies. The jump, though, aggressively, they found Old 11 out in the trees, snowballing forward, but there's the Sonic Wave, will not save Old 11. In fact, the BKB getting off by Samus, the Mortimer's Kisses now trying to lock down the middle lane. Queen of Pain, but there's the Supernova save. Can they defeat the egg? Can they scramble it? The stun's coming through. It's going to pop off, being reborn as Samus, and she is very angry. The Scream of Pain now as they turn and give all their wrath to Aster. A little bit of a break, snowball break, but right back into the death they go.
And that is the GG.
That's the GG.
FY. He destroys the spirits.
He really does.
You are picking a Snapfire into me, and what have you done? Nothing.
They really, I think, misplayed that skill build there. I think they had a lot of opportunity there to be able to shut down that draft early on. I think you had drafted the right tools, but they just didn't get it done as we now head into our Game Fuel post-match discussion.
Like this is the thing about picking one hero that heavily counter another. If this doesn't work out, then what is the purpose of having this hero in the entire game?
Exactly.
You are forcing a Snapfire to be a post 3, which is the one that should be making a lot of space for a team, making a lot of plays, be the playmaker. But Snapfire is not a hero. He relies on his Chrono. Yeah, he faces one, he pulls one to make the plays for him.
It's utility.
Yeah.
It's pure utility. And if you don't use, it's like only using one side of the hammer there. You got a whole other side of the hammer there you could use to crack that egg open, but they're choosing not to. Not only that has the additional blowback of it allows the team, it frees up one target. They don't need to really lock down this snap anymore.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. The supernova will pop off, no problem.
Yeah.
And they just get ran over, it feels
and
like, by LGD.
And also when you're doing a snap 3, you're not playing for your core anymore. Because most of the time off lane, you haven't play for your core, you want to create space for your core. But this time, a lot of the responsibility comes down to SACC. Mm-hmm. So SACC has to force himself to get a very good chrono so that they can maximize the damage coming out from Snapfire. But if you are not able to get that, then you have nothing to do. You have nothing to do on the map. You're just constantly trying to not die.
That's a great point because... Yeah, you're exactly right. It does nothing really to help it does nothing to help set up the Chronosphere. The onus was on the DK. It shifted over from the off lane over to the mid lane to play this initiator role. So he had to go for the Blink Dagger, and he got off a few good chronos. That tier 3 dive bot lane being an example of that from Team Aster. But then he just didn't have damage. Yeah. Right? That's the result of that. All because no little shredder. It's crazy.
No idea. You're making Snapfire specifically for the Phoenix Egg, but I wonder what's the reasoning behind it, but I'm sure that SSS, this is something that he could learn. And then next time around, I think whoever that's watching this stream, this is something that you could learn.
Yeah.
Either we win or we learn, right?
Exactly. It doesn't need to be maxed. Little Shredder just needs to get that one Valley point, maybe level 7. That's going to be it for our first series, though. LGD will take the 2-0 victory. They placed 5th last time in an ESL event at the LA. They're looking for a bit of a better placement here, and this is the start to get it done. We'll be back shortly after a break, guys. Our next matchup will be Invictus Gaming versus SAG. We'll see you then.
Top-notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we on the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hard, they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge. Ain't gonna lie, go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place. Ain't gonna lie. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
Multiple witnesses have reported mysterious shadow sightings all around the city. According to experts, the origin of these shadows is still unclear.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We all have our reasons why we are on this track. Oh, we all have our burdens, yeah, but we just keep on fighting and we never look back. Here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch on. You're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out, you're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night.
ESL 1 is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, GG Bet, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and DHL.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to ESL 1 Birmingham Online 2020, powered by Intel. Seeking Strike, and joining me at my side is Arthur. We are now going to be kicking off our second series of the day, Invictus Gaming versus SAG.
Yep. Invictus Gaming, two of our Malaysian boys, JT and Ollie.
That's right.
Yeah, forever always the Malaysian pride. And also SAG has also one Malaysian inside, Felix, as the post for.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just glad to see a lot of Malaysians are making their way up to the international level teams.
And of course, Xnova's been there for some time. Speaking of players, why don't we take a look at their rosters now, as we point out all the Malaysian players here. Like you said, JT and Ollie. Ollie, actually, a lot of the newer player, I feel. I've seen he's been not on too many teams before this.
Yeah.
He was on Geek Fam?
Yeah, he was on Geek Fam, and then right after that he went to IG along with JT.
Yes, that's right. So some of the newer rising stars, perhaps, rising supports in the region. We were talking before how it's pretty exciting to have these newer relatively, compared to like people like Maybe and GG, you have these relatively newer players coming and rising to the top teams, and kind of what directions they bring the team in.
Yeah. And it's also, in my opinion, it's way harder to have this kind of chance to rise above as a support player. Just because most of the time, if you're looking for traits from a support, you want them to have experience.
Yes.
Yeah, alongside their pure skills. So Ollie being able to be the post 5 of a team, with hands, he has to offer to the team.
Yep, indeed. As We still wait for that draft to get started here. Should be a good match. IG, we did see SAG, speaking a bit about them, they did participate in the DPL. Probably worse than they were hoping for. They finished 7th, only above Newbie, who were disqualified, yes, of course. They did take a few games off of their opponents. I don't remember who, but they did not win a single series throughout.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about this earlier off screens that SAG, they in the very first week of March, they were able to get one first place. I think it was called CDA League. Yes, the first season. Yeah. So they were competing against good teams like VG, LGD, all the tier 1 team, and they managed to surprise everyone and finish it off with first place. And then after that, they slowly, it feels like they got figured out, and teams are. SAG actually 2 old LGD and VG, so it actually means a lot.
Yeah.
But ever since that, I think teams slowly they know what are they what do they like to play?
What
What's
they're
their
going
preferred
up against. Because these aren't teams that they're always scrimming, right? The up and coming teams. They're scrimming more with like what's the RNG supporting squad or. Not Royal, it's ex-Royal. Aren't they ex-Royal?
Yeah, they're actually Royal, so they are youth team of RNG, then they rebrand it into SAG.
That's right. So a lot of these support teams or a lot of these sister teams, right, generally scrim with each other, and you have all the big dogs that scrim each other as well. So that's where like this element of surprise can come from, right?
Yeah.
So you were talking about your experience on GeekFam, how you didn't really get to play against the TNCs
teams,
the Fanatics, right? You were playing the 496s and the Reality Rift.
This was back when 2019 when it was before Raven joining the team, so back then we were just like a tier 2.5 teams. So
we'll see. As IG, they've got a bit to prove here. Their past history in ESL once at the ESL LA online events. They also placed pretty poorly along with LGD. They were 5th in their group and didn't do too well. They have been getting pretty positive results, though. I think they placed 5th recently in one of the CDA leagues, and they were, I believe, 3rd in the big league, the DPL CDA.
Yeah, they are always at the, I would say, 2nd tier of the top tier 1 scene in China team, because the top tier 1 is always going to be VG, LGD, and the others are just the rest of them.
Yep.
And IG is not very far away from them, though.
No, not at all. I mean, we saw their rise during the DPC season, right? That unfortunately was cut short. Well, on hiatus, right?
Yeah.
On a sabbatical. But we saw their rise winning a minor, doing very well at the major, and high hopes for these guys. And here they are, going to be playing against their counterparts, their Chinese teams, and see how they can perform today. I'm sure that there's a bit of pressure, but playing for a lot of pride, and of course a shot at that $55,000 prize pool up for grabs here.
Yeah. And also we were talking about the comparison between SAG and IG. In my personal opinion, I think SAG is very similar to what IG was before they get into minor and major. Then remember the one beyond the summit minor they won? Yeah, before that they were trying to grind their way into the top leagues in China. And then ever since they got that, they got to LAN events, they accumulate good experience, and ever since then they're just keep rising, they're just improving exponentially. And this is very similar with what SAG is doing right now. They're starting to get into the big leagues, and then they're slowly learning, and then slowly and surely they will be able to transform into a better team.
Yeah, we shall see if IG will deny them that privilege here. As they know what it's like. They know what it's like, and they want to be on the other side this time, right? They want to be the one handing down the 2-0 victory. So I think that's going to be perhaps a little bit of the mindset behind IG. Talking a little bit about their hero pool then. Why don't we? Fly, KGGG plays a lot of DK actually, and sometimes DP. In fact, he's gone mid lane as DP. So if that does sneak through the ban phase and gets picked up, it might be him mid. It's kind of like how Tim's used to be the designated Naga player, right? But it's very similar to that.
Yeah, this is something that IG has been doing. They have been practicing this very recently. It's the 1-2 swapping, 1-2 row swapping. So emo, most of the time they want to have emo on the winning condition. So something like a Morphling, something like a hard carry.
Yeah.
So it reminds us a lot of the Miracle and Matubaman swap back then. So yeah.
All right. Well, that match will be coming up here just shortly. Do get stick around, guys. Seek and Strike and Arthur on the call here. We'll be back after a short break, and we'll see you then. See you soon.
Multiple witnesses have reported mysterious shadow sightings all around the city. According to experts, the origin of these shadows is still unclear.
have the time. Always talks about all the other guys. Will I ever understand? Without her, it's not fair. I need you back. No more crying at the end. I'll do it again.
I'm so sorry that I wasn't really there for me. Cause nobody else is showing any empathy. Rudely awake and quite undertaken. Did I do something wrong? Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here with my thoughts alone? I don't wanna wake up messed up, cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. I need you now, cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. I'm so sorry that I didn't go to therapy. Thinking everybody, even you, an enemy. Brutally awake and quite undertaken. Did not do nothing wrong. Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here to get drunk alone? And I don't wanna wake up messed up, cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to.
ESL 1 is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, GG Bet, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and DHL.
Welcome back, everyone, to the ESL 1 Birmingham Online 2020 event powered by Intel. We are back after a short delay. We'll have IG versus Sparking Arrow Gaming right away, right soon. IG were just they were spinning some cases. You know, they bought 1,000 levels and they had a lot of.
They have to set up their customized chat view.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
with all
very
all the voice line that they want.
Of course.
Yep.
They need to have all the correct ones, and they had to recycle all of the duplicate immortals. We all know that takes just forever, doesn't it?
Yep. And also the one thing about the Battle Pass is that the new coins that you can get, the side shop coins. So they integrated something like underlord concepts in the. And unfortunately, I'm a very bad underlord player, so I think I'm gonna suck at it.
You know, the real story here is, Arthur, is that Valve have taken away the side shop and they've made it pay to play. Unbelievable. How can they be allowed to do this? They need to implement the side shop right away back to Dota 2. It is too much of a pain. I cannot tell you how many times I've been so close to getting my boots delivered on support.
And then your career just died?
And my career dies.
Yep.
Well, you know how it used to be. I used to die on the way to the side shop. I would prefer dying on the way to the side shop rather than my courier dying. Think of the couriers here, people. Think of the couriers.
True, and there's one thing I would really like Valve to fix is the pathing of the courier. Why is it always so weird? It has to always go to the enemy side instead of coming from the tower side.
Yeah.
If you're a carry player, you will know this.
My favorite part about that is that sometimes teams will be playing behind the tier 2 tower when it's still up of their enemy, and the courier will just right into the tier 2 tower and get one shot.
Yeah.
It's brutal. But you got to micro the courier, so. It is a skill, but yeah, I mean, I was taking a look at the battle pass as well. Many Arcanas, of course. AM.
The persona,
a Pudge persona as well.
True.
I saw
a small Pudge poggers.
Small Pudge. I didn't get a chance to see it yet.
How are you going to see the whole come from? Where is it coming from? It's so small.
I don't know if you could still do this, but you used to be able to, if you there's some weird interaction where if you were walking around as Pudge and you clicked manually the skill, like Slack.
Okay.
Like you don't use the hotkey.
Yeah, you
click the button.
All right.
And then you position your camera such that your portrait, you click on your portrait as Pudge while you're facing the opposite direction, and the hook will come behind you.
All right. So
that used to be a bug. I don't know if it is still a bug.
I think Mirana could do that as well.
Really, with Arrow? Oh,
yeah.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
You know what I'm talking about, though, where you.
Yeah, I know. And the punk illustrate op as well. You can do that.
Wow.
So you can actually face here, and then you hook. Your hook goes there.
He tosses the hook and he gets him from behind.
Yeah.
It's like the Goofy movie when he's doing the big old. Did you ever see the Goofy movie?
Yeah, you're bullying in, and then you hook.
He's going fly fishing with his son Max.
Yeah. You imagine this, okay? You're blinking out and then you're hooking behind to save your teammates. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, listen, we're getting real into it now,
Yeah.
aren't we? I wonder if you could do it on Phoenix Supernova save. Maybe that's what FY did last game.
Oh, yeah.
With that
thing.
I just.
Yeah, but then another thing that worries me is that after this Pudge persona comes out, are there going to be more support Pudge? Right, PSA guy, do not pick support Pudge, okay?
Yeah.
Do not pick support Pudge.
I mean, listen, Jenkins, God bless his soul, is a real good Pudge player, right? If Jenkins does not even pick Pudge, neither should you. Neither should you. He used to be good. Old Pudge had a reason to be picked in the off lane. No longer is that the case. Do not do it. Do not be tempted. Just play around and
go
to Pudge Wars. Go to Pudge Wars and
enjoy that. Enjoy at a Pudge War, not at MMR.
Not an MMR. No, thank you. But
every time I see a Pudge at my opponent's side, I'm just gonna double down. I'm just gonna get my.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just gonna get a sweet 60 MMR.
That's true. You never know if it's Dendi though. Now that denies are back to the way they were before, maybe it's just going to be like Dendi denying literally everything.
Right. So as much as we hate Pudge, we are going into the draft right now, and we'll see if there's any Pudge or not.
I have my doubts. That is something I actually wanted to point out here. Now that we're getting to the analysis, right? The IG. Now, IG, we were talking about this earlier, and you have an explanation, which I'm teeing you up for here.
Yeah.
But IG hate playing against Pangolier. And in fact, in their last 57 games in the last month, they've banned it 57% of the time. 33 bans in the last 57 games.
Yep. And right here first ban. There it goes.
They're not even waiting a single second here.
Yeah. So our explanation for this is that because most of the time you are picking Pangolf to flex it somewhere around the mid, off lane, and post 4. So there are 3 positions. But if you look at IGs, Kaka doesn't really play Pango. His hero pool is rather small. He will always go back to his Nyx, Shaker, Rubik, and Mirana. So nothing like the Pangolier, nothing like fancy Pangolier. And also, if you're looking at JT always wants to be playing heroes like Mars, Centaur, LC that offers you great initiation, offers you tanky body that you can just stand in front of everybody and soak up damage.
The Abba even recently.
Yeah.
To add on to that.
And Pango is not really that kind of hero.
The stand your ground and fight heroes, not those heroes that go rolling in and rolling out.
Yeah.
Not about that.
Yeah.
He wants to man fight you.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So I do think that this weakness of IG is pretty big. It will be very exploitable when you're playing against a team that can exploit you. Always a ban slot behind the enemy teams, because enemy team knows that this IG team they always will be spending one banning slot on the Pangolier.
It's like if you're going to be playing chess and you know that I always do the same thing to start. it's going to give you some sort of advantage. Maybe you can try and play around that. We'll see, though, as Sparking Arrow Gaming will be having last pick overall here on our dire side, Invictus Gaming, with first pick in the draft.
Yep. So the Shadow Demon Phoenix will be the bands of Sparking Arrow Gaming, as well as the Ursa. As far Ursa, we have talked about this in the last series. This hero has been one of the most popular hero in the China region. The Chinese love going for Power Trade and Fury on this hero. I think China is the only region that does that.
Yes.
I don't see this anywhere else.
We don't see it in NA. I can tell you that much. As much as you might have think it, oh, that's definitely an NA thing. Nope, it's China, born and bred. And I got to be honest, it's pretty good, especially if you max Earth Shock and there's not a whole lot of lane pressure or jungle pressure. You know, like teams don't play against it, right? You know, it's not like an Alchemist where you go, okay, our objectives are very clear. We need to go contest the stacks and kill him, or at least steal the stacks, right?
Yeah.
Against an Ursa, what in the world? You're not expecting that. You're not ready to play against that. So it ends up working more often than not. I do have to admit, as much as I joke around about it. So it's a very worthwhile ban. It's a strong hero, wins his lane, goes off to the jungle, farms stacks with Battle Fury. He would have never built that item 2 years ago, sure, but you know you gotta get with the times. The meta's changed.
Yeah, and I do think that China is a very player-friendly environment for you to breed all this kind of innovative. Because if you imagine you come to Southeast Asia and you buy a Fury on Ursa, you are going to get reported and go into the LP, and you never try to innovate anymore.
No, yeah,
and this is why I think like one of the advantages of Chinese region always being at one of the top region and in the world, because they have a very good pub place for them to come out with all these innovations.
Well,
and there we go. And Ember Spirit and Kotal, Grimstroke are still in the pool.
It's true, actually. Yeah, that is a very good point. We've been talking a lot about what China likes to do and what China doesn't like to do. They don't really like picking the Coddle, but I imagine if it's available, you might take it here for your IG. It's a bit of a passive support. Ollie, though, kind of tends to more of his Oracles, his Grims. He really likes the Bane or Disruptor.
Yep.
Those are his go-tos, I think. So I think Coddle's not too far out of that ballpark range. It's definitely a hero that, you know, as a position 5, you do have to end up.
Yeah, most of the time, Ollie will be on heroes that more of a layback hero that just sit at the back line and then does his stuff. And Counter is one of the best heroes for you to do that. Like the insane amount of sustainability that this hero can give, not at the aspect of healing, but at the aspect of ramping up your carry's momentum. And Legion Commander plus Rubik is going to be the respawn of SAG. I do think LC is pretty good against Ember, so that you have the PTA always ready to debuff to save your teammates from the string chain. And also Rubik, the instant leave is going to do a lot of damage to Ember Spirit if you are able to catch him. And also the max. Yeah, when your Rubik gets to level 14 and have all the spells maxed, you'll be able to leave Ember for like a good 3 seconds to 3 to 4 seconds.
Yep. Not to mention any other lockdown you might steal. I mean, that's just Rubik built-in ability. If he steals Strange Chains, good luck.
Be crucial.
Yep, you're not going anywhere. I mean, the LC is just such a common. If you can get that Blink initiation or even a Shadow Blade just to walk up, even a lucky Invisorin, right, can really ruin an Ember Spirit's day. Just hold him and lock him down. So I think the Ember problem, if there was one to begin with, has sort of been sorted with, right? They've got ways to deal with it in their toolkit. IG thinking pretty hard here about their second pick.
I think they're considering between Kotal and Grimstroke. Oh no, they're going for Mirana, so
because I mean, initially it's like, all right, we want to push high ground. What's a tool that Mirana gives you? You go fishing for arrows, right? You land a lucky arrow, Ember to follow up, team fight, you know, but you hopefully, ideally get a kill onto anyone that you land a 5-second arrow on. LC, just purge that one off. Yep, no problem. That's the problem I have with it. As well as, Potom's one of these heroes that's very slippery, has those 3 leap charges. Rubik does quite well against her. Good spells to steal? No, not really. But the instant lift to toss her back, as well as LC to duel her and lock her down if you want to go for that instead.
Yeah. It looks like a pretty good Rubik and LC game so far.
Yes,
there's a lot of good spells for Rubik to steal, even if, like, it's best if you could steal the string chain or the arrow, because you have the Legion Commander set out for you, and then follow up with an arrow, or you can steal the Starstorm and then allow Rubik to push out the lanes.
I wonder if we'll see maybe, trying to think of a JT hero. just because you frequently see something with the off lane paired with the bottom. It is going to be, by the way, Kaka bottom, who he plays a lot of Mirana. It should be stated, so he knows his way around the Priestess of the Moon.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. I mean, what do you go for? A Centaur, maybe is what I'm thinking. Maybe you go for a hoof stomp into the arrow. You don't really need the setup, but it just makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's the. Oh no, it's IG.
Yeah. I mean, JT plays a lot of Mars and Sanking as well.
Is he playing Axe? The Axe is a really good go-to combo with the call.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, you couldn't PTA out of the Berserker calls, right?
Yeah.
So that could be a pretty good one.
It's a good catch for the Queen of Pain, potentially.
I think right now they want to either pick their post 5 or their off lane, so they don't show that. They don't show the role of the Ember yet.
I might. I don't know about Disruptor this patch, but I think there's a case to be made for a Disruptor this game if Ollie maybe wants to go for it. I think you've got a decent combo.
Yeah, I think Disruptor is pretty decent actually. Yeah, because Legion commanders PTA don't do anything to you, and also we said that Bane is one of Ollie's go-to hero, but you never want to play Bane against LC and Rubik.
Yeah, that's too dangerous. So I don't know. I'm just thinking Disruptor. That seems to be a good hero to me.
Winter Wyvern looks pretty decent as well.
Oh yeah.
You have the Winter Curse to set up for the Mirana Arrow, and also whoever that gets duel, you can get saved.
There's the Lich.
The Lich plus Ember.
Yeah, Ollie really likes playing Lich.
Yeah,
he really does. I imagine not the most recent patch, but 2 patches ago for ESL LA. Remember when Mushi was playing Lich every single game?
Yeah,
I'm sure
Ollie was doing the same thing as well.
Yeah, I'm sure Ollie was doing the same thing, just the Chinese version. Actually,
and the Disruptor went for the way of SAG.
I like that too, though. I mean, I like it for the same reasons against the Quap. A nice AoE silence. You can actually disrupt, worst case scenario, disrupt the Lich if he's got a really good Sinister Gaze going. That seems a bit extreme, right? But it does issue a stop command.
But Static Storm, it forces Ember Spirit to go for either an early BKB or an early use. Which, honestly, in this patch, these are not the items that Ember Spirit wants to go for.
No.
He wants to go for Maelstrom, Blade Meal,
or Deso first.
Deso, Spirit Vessel.
Exactly.
And also, it forces Ember and Miranda to get items that they don't want to get.
Well, I think if it's a 4 Mirana, it might be a Yule Scepter for the setup. Monkey King to come through.
Fly's favorite hero.
It is.
It's his number 1 hero, Monkey King. Like, there's a joke between Chinese regions saying that they're always teasing Fly saying that he's the fake 9K.
Okay.
Yeah, saying that he's the fake 9K. But there's one hero that they always respect on Fly is the Monkey King.
It's a pretty good matchup for him too with the LC. Obviously, incentivizes trading. Maybe some caution though, of course, because the counter attack right on the LC, the passive. Could do a bit of damage right back to him, but it's good area control as well. I mean, we always joke that pros love circles of death, right? The area of control, Wukong's command being a great example, Disruptor ulti being another great example, right? Just being able to set up control for your team. You get the Echo Saber, maybe you can set up for an arrow, the Lich ulti on top of that. It's just madness in these team fights as everyone tries to escape the Wukongs.
Yeah. To be honest, if this is something like a Southeast Asia draft, I would say the last pick, Puck, is super good for IG.
Oh, yeah.
So that you're using a Dream Coin, super good against Quap, and also great synergized with Wukong's command and the Leech ultimate. But then again, this is a Chinese draft, Chinese team, so I think they would go for frontliner here for JT. SAG ban out Abaddon. So there's still Mars in the pool, there's still Centaur in the pool. Yeah. Oh no, Centaur is banned out. So Mars looks like a pretty good choice here.
I agree. I don't think you want to go for... I mean, if it wasn't banned, I don't think you'd want to go for a Centaur, only because I think that makes... that makes
Disruptor really valuable.
Yeah, that's true actually, yeah. That makes Disruptor really value. Yeah, I feel like you go for a Mars, you're pretty happy. You get that ulti out. I don't even know if Arena Blood has a cast time, to be honest. I think that's just like out. I mean, you shouldn't blink into a Static Storm, but still. What'll it be?
Beastmaster.
Okay.
Oh, they're picking all these hard disable against the LC though. And the Naga.
Naga Disruptor.
This is one of the best hero of SAG's carry, Sun Zihua. Yeah, this PL and Naga has been the hero that PL and Naga are the heroes that SAG has been finding success with, especially with their first place run in the CDA League. So once again, we have the Naga, the classic Naga on Sun Zihua. And yeah, I do feel like there's a lot of ways for SAG to deal with the heroes from IG though. you have the PTN on LC is so valuable this game. There's so many things that you can debuff. The Mirana Arrow, the Raw, the String Chain. But then again, if all of these spells comes at once on different targets, you're not going to be able to save a lot of your mates in the same time unless you get to level 25 with the AoE PTA. That's a long way ago from now.
Indeed, if we take a look at the odds here, currently favoring IG as the favorites in this match. SAG not as heavily though. Not as heavily though as in that LGD match that we just watched. So we'll see here how this one plays out between our two teams. IG looking to maybe dominate here and show that they're in tip-top form. But SAG, they also have placed bottom in that DPL CDA league, so I'm sure that they're hoping for redemption. And a 2-0 here for them would put them in. I mean, I think that'd get a lot of eyes looking their way.
And SAG, they definitely have the potential to be the one top team as they're basically like IG before they won the TI. So I think, like I say, IG, they know what it feels like. They know that they don't want to be giving them the chance to rise. So IG also I believe they also want to do their best to shut down SAG's the momentum of rising.
Absolutely. We shall see how they're going to get this done, though. I am liking this Rubik pick a lot, though. Good spells to steal, man. Roar can be easy to steal. Even the boar is not ideal, right? But if you steal a hawk, I think that can prove to be a good value. As already we see the bounties being placed on
the clop. All right.
Yep.
And anything from the leech as well are really good.
Yeah.
For Rubik.
Especially Sinister Gaze.
Yep.
So it lasts so long there. As LC saying hello, overwhelming odds to drop level 1. GGG on our Monkey King. Fly looking to try and set up for those 4 Jingu stacks. Will not be allowed as the arrow splitting the gap here, but Rubik potentially in some trouble.
Another Loa?
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, that's going to be it though. But the Frost Blast, a little bit of lag, but it will be a kill as Kaka getting first blood to Felix.
The voice line is so funny actually. Do you remember what is that? That is the farming machine.
Oh yeah.
So the way he said the sentence is also he's just like saying I'm a farming machine.
Yeah.
With yeah. So it's like I'm an emotionless farming machine.
Right. Of course. So we're just going to take a quick production break here for one moment. Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
What was it? The Rubik pick. I talk more about the Rubik pick though. I think it's a good catch for the Ember. Do you think that there's really any very necessary win condition here for either team? Like shut down this Ember Spirit, shut down this Quap. Like is this mid lane matchup very heavy? Because it's 2 mids that like to rotate away from the lane.
Yeah, I think the one thing that you could exploit is that IG is playing with 2 heroes that are hyper aggressive. The 2 cores are Ember Spirit and Monkey King. So these are not the exact late game carry that you want to go high ground with. So this is something that SAG could exploit, because if you are able to ruin the early game of Monkey King or ruin the mid game of him, he's not going to be able to hit the power spike and eventually carry the team. And if you look at IG, if they don't roll over the game with Beastmaster, it's so hard for them to go to high ground. Their heroes are not meant to go
They don't really have a good initiation. They have really good poking, right? You can poke with the Beast. Well, you can poke with the Monkey King very well. You can poke with the Potom.
Yeah, but everything is just about poking.
Just tickle them a little bit. Maybe try and force them into errors. I do wonder though, what are we going to see December go for? Is this going to be a probably just a Deso game against the Naga Siren, trying to reduce that armor, get the damage done?
So apparently there's two ways of doing an illusion. You can go for the Deso plus Maelstrom. You can also go for another very innovative build, which I think invented by Maybe.
Okay.
So that's the Vanguard Radiance build.
A Radiance? Vanguard Radiance? On Ember Spirit, that is?
Yes.
Okay.
Mio Vanguard Radiance.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can get the Flame Guard talent, the magic damage absorption plus the DPS, and then you just keep running. You just run into everybody, popping your Blade Mail and do damage.
All right. I do like the Blade Mail a lot on the Ember Spirit. Oh, it's going to be able to live. Oh, just kidding.
All right.
Lich. I mean, that's what Liches do, man. Just cold, the heartless beast.
Yep.
Cold killing machines.
Even giving you some false hope thing. Like OP thought that he could live and then try to stay alive with a salve.
You got that healing salve? Nope. Absolutely not. And looks like those 2 bounties. Oh, actually, 1 bounty has been claimed by our Lich, I believe. Nicely done there. Not quite sure how that bounty system works, though. I haven't gotten the chance to use it myself. But it's an interesting mechanic that it's allowed in ticketed games. We'll see if in the lobby games that is. I wonder if...
Oh, the arrow.
Well, that was a good effort. That's doing a good job there, pulling the creep wave up.
Oh, nice dodge.
Now with the sleight of fist, getting the bottom out of...
Oh, no, he didn't dodge it. He still latched. And this is something where sometimes you have to dodge it while it was just about to hit you. Otherwise, you keep following you and eventually hit you. So very tricky thing to do.
It's a pretty good time to be playing any of the spirits, right? It smells like Team Spirits. All the spirits really quite popular right now. You've got Ember Spirit, and no stranger. Seen a lot of Storm Spirit. Surprised we actually haven't seen them at all today. Not even contested.
Void Spirit as well.
Void Spirits, also uncontested.
Yeah, uncontested, not banned, not picked.
That's interesting. That's curious. And here we go. Ember Spirit getting bullied here a bit by the Shadow Strike. See how many points we see in this Queen of Pain eventually, as it's probably going to be, actually more levels in the Scream of Pain, interestingly enough, than the...
Yeah, I think he's respecting the fact that Emo is a really great Ember Spirit player as well, so trying to Shadow Strike him, you have a very great chance of him dodging that.
Yep.
Oh, he got a DD rune. Kaka has to be careful now.
It's a haste.
Oh, yeah, haste rune.
It's a haste rune. Kaka still has to be careful, though. Queen of Pain can run circles around him, literally. There's the arrow looking for... Oh, he's going to find the O, but he's still going to die. Unfortunate there, Kaka, losing a leap charge.
Not too sure what was the intention there.
Me neither. I mean, it seems like she couldn't really... I mean, but Kaka had leap. Presumably, he could have just left.
Yeah.
Right?
I think he's trying to bait and wait for Ember Spirit to come in.
And he just kept farming. He just kept hitting.
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens. As there goes
bottle. Oh, I know now.
Bottle.
He's going to die and then come back to refill the bottle.
Strategic death.
Yes.
I mean, we joke, but it could be a very serious reason. His bot lane. And it goes fly. During the kill to 1. Nice boundless strike for good damage on the Rubik. That's a pretty annoying lane to deal with. Rubik and I'm sorry.
Rubik and
LC. Yes. I got the Fade Bolt there, making trading a bit harder.
Any off lane that could not cut creep like Axe or Darkseer is tough against the Lich. It's always tough against the Lich. Because you are forced to stay in the lane and Lich will just, buy all the mangoes and dedicate his life to harass you. So it's tough for any heroes that have to stay in.
That's true, and you've got good catch as well. You cannot, you can overwhelming odds the Sinister Gaze, but not off of yourself.
Yeah,
that's a nice.
This is why sometimes when open.
No! Just off the mark though. It's a bit scary for DD. As he's going to be jumping onto the bottom.
He's dead again.
The deny. Nicely done.
Okay, once again he could refill bottom. Right.
I thought we saw the bottle dropped already. That's actually D dropping his bottle. He's going to get a bottle refill actually from his Rubik. He's quite happy with that. Also quite happy actually is Naga Siren. She is farming pretty much, I want to say uncontested, 39 CS this far. Is pretty good. Level 6 already. Oh no, the Arcane Rune for Queen of Pain. Look at that, even taking 2 sips of the bottle before she picks it up. As Emo giving chase here, does have the remnants. Finally hitting level 6.
Yeah.
Not to get anything done though. It's Naga Siren. Once again.
Naga is just going to ignore the Beastmaster and keep farming, making sure that he farm a wave of camp and also the jungle camp every minute. But this also gives a pretty free lane for the Beastmaster himself. No.
GGG is going to be left all alone though down bottom. Trying to go for the Sinister Gaze. Gets good lifesteal off actually onto both supports. Potentially could turn this. No rotations to help him out though, so he's just going to be able to scare off his enemy. He's going to get a quick level 5 here at the very least. Would set him up nicely for the rest of the game.
Alright, 1 point on 3 done now.
They're not really getting much done in this top lane, however.
I mean, there's nothing much they could do in this top lane. Both of these teams are just going to... both of these heroes are just going to farm. Beastmaster are going to farm. And the Naga as well. But I would say this would probably benefit Beastmaster more, because normally, if your carrier wants to leave the lane, you want to be putting a hero like a Phoenix or Winter Wyvern that can clear the wave in a safe distance.
Oh, the baits fly. GGG. Oh, gets a bit of a lifesteal up, but not nearly enough. So close to 2 kills there. He's probably asking for a TP in the comms if I'd imagine. He was fighting 1v3 there for a solid minute, I want to say, and didn't get anything. I kind of have to, feel for that. I mean, what is IG getting done here in this time? I think they're getting a bit of damage top lane, but probably not enough to get that tower. We'll see. The support's now rotating through. We'll see what they can find.
Yeah. I'm not too sure as well, because it looks like the bottom lane is the best lane for IG to break through, because it's tough for you to get a gang on the Naga. It's tough for you to gang the Quap as well.
Yep. Gonna go for the easy kill on the... Ooh,
nice.
No. Oh, the arrow. But again, the press the attack. Oh, so little HP, and they will be able to finish it off fly with the very generous Monkey King attack range, getting the kill.
A Necro Book 1 has been completed on the Beastmaster as well.
8 minutes in, it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent farm. You can now actually apply some real pressure to that top lane. That's Queen of Pain once again rotating on through. Farms very, very quickly with levels in Scream of Pain, as they will get the D-ward going. I gotta say, one of my most favorite changes they've made is that whoever buys the detection gets the gold now for wards.
Yeah, so more incentive, finally more incentive for the supports to get their own sentry.
Yeah, exactly. Not only that, but it just doesn't matter who gets the kill on the ward, as they're smoking up as 2 emo. Well, scouts are Naga Siren here, Hualien on the run now. My God, it's just so hard to kill her. They're gonna get the chains. Trying to hold him back. He can go for... Oh, he just walks through there. And Ollie, he doesn't want to be here anymore, but D securing the kill onto him. Just giving him a little bit of the sonic wave. And IG, once again, I mean, they're trying to get onto this Naga Siren. They have forced her away, but it looks like actually JT's used most of the Necro Book there to farm the wave, so he doesn't really get much of the Necro Book damage onto the tower.
Yeah. SAG has been doing quite a good job as well. Naga was always pretty focused in pushing out the lanes, so making sure that Beastmaster is not getting a free tower.
Is he a duel?
Oh,
No.
yes, there is the duel. Still have enough damage though.
Well, even with the disruptor. No, he needs one more. There we go. Jinku Masteries. Just gonna try and out-heal this. Stick as well. Needs a little bit more. Oh,
where is his teammate once again? Where are his teammates?
That's what and what are they doing with the space? He's creating so much space. He's got 2 supports on him, basically for the past 5 minutes. And I mean, here's Kaka. Playing with the Naga, playing with the fishy girl over here.
Yeah, he's trying to secure the outpost.
I agree, there is worth there, but at
the expense of a carry.
Two deaths under the carry. It's just surprising. It's just surprising. And again, these are some things that in pubs can definitely cause people to tilt.
Yeah.
In pro games, they're not immune to that stuff. Now, this squad has been playing together for a long time, and it's still a little bit early, and we're looking into their psyche and whatnot. But again, what are they doing with the space, though? Even as a spectator, right?
Not much.
Not much. They did get that top tower there, so finally JT shutting us up. He says, I got a tower. You happy now? Yes, I'm a lot happier, actually.
Yeah.
To push a bit more.
So this is... so I think this is the time that the Monkey King wants to play at this area of the map. So they make sure that he'll be played at a safer distance. This is what a Monkey King always want to do. You want to take down the enemy safely as soon as possible and then just conquer the side of the map. But then again, you're pairing with Beastmaster, so normally Beastmaster would be the one doing that job, and then that would leave Monkey King a very dangerous piece of land for him to get farmed from.
Yeah. I mean, there's 4 heroes pretty much constantly bot lane. The Queen of Pain once again making an appearance, as they'll be pushing the mid lane now. Necrobook not available for another 20, but he's got plenty of boars here to tank for the tower. Siege Wagon onto both tier 1s. This is going to be a win for IG, though, I would say, getting the mid tower for the bot tier 1. I think you're going to be quite happy with that.
Yeah, I think this depends on how SAG wants to use this. How to use this achievement from them, because Naga can easily play bottom side and be farming the ancient camps as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I think this is something that your Dire team always want to do. You want to take down the enemy safe lane tower and then take over the ancient.
Nice century for century there. The warding battles are the best to watch. JT's got a roar. Will scout the Naga walking right in. I don't think
he doesn't know which one is true, though.
No, he doesn't. He might have an idea. One took a lot less damage from the axes, but I mean, he can't really get the kill realistically by himself, even with that Necro 2 now being freshly delivered. It would prove to be a little bit difficult. I will say, though, I mean, IG, now they've gotten the mid and the top tier 1, that carves a large part of the jungle away from SAG. To their credit, they're actually still farming it very effectively here. As now, in they go. Here's going to be Emo. casual dispel though out from the Naga Siren in the mirror image. So she's just going to walk bottom and probably just walk into the enemy jungle here and get some farming done. The good news is that finally Fly's got some space to farm.
Yep.
He's got some. Oh, and how long will that last though? Here they go. I say that Caster's Curse immediately. They're probably going to be setting up to try and kill on here. Frost Blast stolen. Is that the farming machine?
Yes, there is a farming machine.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh, the Gleams.
Yeah, they find the Lich going for the dual victory here. It's going to be the LC. The ulti will come out, however, beforehand, doing great damage here. Not getting a single bounce up onto the Ancients until after everyone is dead. I think Lich probably slipping a coin or two there to the Ancient camp to make sure that they didn't take any of those bounces. But makes it a 1 for 2. I believe they did get the dual damage, however, so maybe up to 20 damage. Disruptor will fall next. Ember Spirit running him down. Already going for the Javelin, so it looks like it's going to be a Maelstrom build.
Pretty good 1 for 3 trade for the side for IG. Oh,
I mean, it's only
it's only clarity.
But still, it's annoying.
He might die though, would he?
Oh, the roar.
Oh, you have extra movement speed now after you use a roar.
Yep, okay, they'll force out the slug, so they'll both go ahead and flub their ulti, and then just after that fair exchange, walk away. Already a Yasha up on Wallin here. Naga Siren. Going for the Manta style early on. Maybe then into Diffusal. Maybe just straight Butterfly. Although I don't think so. I think you probably need to go for
Manta Diffusal.
Manta Diffusal rather than Manta Butterfly.
Yeah.
I guess.
And Diffusal is just too good on Ember Spirit.
Goodness. That's going to be a second.
Another Arcane Rune.
Yeah, a second one. There was Necro 3 though for our Beastmaster as SAG going for an aggressive smoke play through the jungle. Ember Spirit pushing. Oh, hello, sir. We've been waiting very patient for you. They will be able to catch him there. Spell Stolen is going to be the Remnants as well as Monkey King now jumping in. The Sonic Wave will catch our Ember Spirit. He will get nuked down. DD getting the kill credit there. Fly trying to stand his ground to fight. Gets the Jingu Mastery and a double kill. Oh, just a single kill actually as Queen of Pain blinking away from trouble.
This is such a big win for SAG. They forced most of the IG's member to come all the way to bottom, and all they get is just the LC that has already gotten his dual win.
Yep.
And also most importantly, Naga was farming all the time, so he wasn't there, and this was an Arcane Rune Sonic Wave as well. So big win for SAG. In another 50 seconds, they will be able to find another tempo. They'll be able to find another timing for them to do stuff.
Look at that, brilliant! Just waiting there right for him. He tried to get away. He went for the Sleight of Fist and he tossed her Remnant out at the same time, but they simply have just way too much for control for him there. A good attempt by Fly, and you can see why. I mean, his Monkey King is to be feared. Look at that. I don't want to say he solo turned that fight, but I mean, locked him down for long enough for the team to rotate through.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. Whack a Meepo. Oh my god. They actually, this is amazing. Is this our observer playing? Are you? He said yes. It actually counts. Who's the only one playing here? Alright, so Rubik will win. I imagine he's probably getting yelled at by his team. I didn't know these were... Oh, there they go. Oh, this is awful. It says Meebo every single time. Let's hypecast this here. Rubik now making a jump for it, but the Lich. Will he be able to get the turn? Ember Spirit now joining the fray here. Can he get him? Look at this, the core player with the reaction time, but the Lich able to get it done. Unbelievable, Arthur, as we finally get unpaused back to the boring old farm.
I mean, how am I going to analyze this thing? I have no idea. I have no idea what to say.
That's a big kill under the Naga side. All right. No wonder she was not playing the game. As who is that? Felix could be in some trouble. He does not have any more Remnant charge to play with the Glimpse. Hello, Lich. Goodbye. He does get the ulti up, but in some trouble here. Could be Emo. Do we have a duel available?
Yes,
we do. Oh, they're going to be able to catch him. Move speed not enough. A few Maelstrom procs likely will not save him. Courier walking in. They don't actually get the dual damage, and actually they could to turn this.
Slight in one?
No. Oh, there we go. There's a Sleight of Fist. You gotta love the Rubik there utilizing the shovel. No time wasted whatsoever. Is Emo, will he be able to escape? He's got Sleight of Fist. Ooh, he's got two long charges.
Yes, Remnant. Yes, Remnant.
He does have Remnant.
And he'll get out.
I think it's okay.
Climb the GG tree and get out.
Climb the GG tree. Uh-oh. Stream of Pain. He's got a Scatter Nation stack here as well, which is actually pretty big. They might be able to contest that. We do have another Blink here available, I think, in just a few more seconds. I'm not sure what level his Quap is. Oh, the Blink.
You don't get it
correctly. It would have been there, though. Would have been there.
Yeah. It seems like IG, the other players have no intention in saving their bodies. Yeah, like every time this happens, like IG would not react to that. That's something that's very weird to see. I'm not saying that they're wrong though. It's just that in the Chinese scene, players would always have the save your body syndrome, and so far we haven't seen this at all from IG.
No, it's all stand your ground and fight.
Yeah,
I bet it's kind of their play style though. You know, we were talking earlier about JT, how he likes to play. He doesn't want the Panko, right? In fact, they ban it, like we said, pretty much every game. This game included. So I'm sure that stat has gone up a little bit more. He likes these stand your ground and fight. Even like the jumping in hero, like the Mars, the LC, he knows how to play against. I'm sure Beastmaster is a hero he begrudgingly plays, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't really seem his style. It's a hero that at least is tanky and can potentially, there's some solo kill potential, but it seems like not much rather, but I'm sure he'd rather be playing something else if it was viable.
Yeah. JT is always wants to play a relatively greedy hero that has a potential of carrying the game, something like an LC, Mars, and a Centaur. But then again, Beastmaster is more like a utility man here. He's doesn't really have the potential to carry the game solo by himself.
No, he more provides win conditions, or he opens up possible avenues, creates space.
Yeah,
not really a solo.
He's more like an enabler, and Monkey King has a better fury. So this is gonna be great for Monkey King to skill to match the level of farm against the Naga, and this is something that you want to do. I think because the Ember is already going for the Maelstrom, so he doesn't want to stack with another Maelstrom, so instead he wants to go for a Fury, another way of damage, another form of damage for the illusions of Naga.
You do farm faster with that than an Echo Saber, which is another go-to item on Monkey King, just finding other possible reasons. I will say I do tend to like Echo Saber for earlier team fights because it gives you that slow with the Wukong's command. Doesn't really look like they're going to be prioritizing that too much here, as they're going to try and turn this into a Roche play after getting the tier 2 secured. I don't believe they have really much vision outside of the pit, and SAG, they're going to probably scout this out. Looking for the jump now onto Ollie, running for his life. Ember Spirit considered going to save his ally, but instead will turn back onto Roche.
Yeah, we still a lot of time, though.
We do have the Song of the Siren at the ready. There's going to be the Wukong back coming out. There's the sleep. Yep.
Oh, can he get it?
Sonic Wave. Oh, the Sonic Wave killed Roshan. He gets stunned up, however. I think they're going to be able to burn the life here through the Aegis. Naga Siren will go down. Finally, the Disruptor ulti will get dropped. Static Storm out of the Monkey King, trying to not let him jump away. But SAG, they're losing bodies here on the back line. CD getting the blink up to the high ground. But Monkey King, he is falling quite low, getting the fear. Now the Bedroom Eyes onto the Naga Siren. She will go down. Lich. Ollie making very quick work of her there with the ultimate. Very well played. Finding the real one and just absolutely controlling her.
Yep.
Good fight from IG.
Good, and also good timing for SAG as well. But unfortunately, they are using their escape mechanism to steal the Aegis away. I think he needed to get the Aegis and TP out immediately, but unfortunately he got hit by the arrow. Yeah. So good play by Kaka there.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, but then again, I think SAG's their purpose is still to just look at that.
Nice. Arrow. There's the arrow from Kaka. That's why they like him on the move. And the Purge also comes a little bit late there. Maybe it wasn't quite available. Disruptor ulti lets Emo out of the pit there, perhaps crucially. It's Kaka now running in. And look at this Chain Frost. The mirror. He waited actually for the mirror image. Very good timing there.
Yeah, and it was a good buyback from Ollie as well.
Oh, he did. He bumped back.
He bumped back. He wasted quite a bit of time of SAG and also forced the Gleams to come up.
Yep.
So, yeah. Good individual plays by IG, I would say.
Absolutely. As they will come out of that ahead. Kaka will die. I'm not sure where he died, but he's dead. Took a death there. We were watching our moment of brilliance. So Kaka, just pure brilliance for him. You know, we're censoring his not brilliance here.
And looking at the odds, it's favoring more towards IG right now.
Yeah, still hasn't really budged very much. As they now find themselves up for maybe make that 3K now. SAG. You know, they see the win conditions here, but they're just right there. It's not quite properly executed, like you said, and that's really not too. It's not entirely their fault. There's some good plays coming out from IG, so credit where credit is due. You know, that arrow perhaps preventing the TP out means that they don't get such a clean Aegis snatch, right?
All right, so the bounty has been set on the Naga by Emo.
Siren.
All right, so it makes it clear that we are coming for you now, Naga Siren.
Indeed. See what they can get done. Queen of Pain.
QP has
that second quarter staff.
He's having quite a perfect game so far. 4-0 and 4. Already has the U-Scepter to do with the What? Do with what?
For the Queen to Bane, Searing Chains.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what is the use for.
Searing Chains.
Maybe just another form of disable, because they don't exactly have very great disable.
Use a Cyclone perhaps onto the Beastmaster to prevent a roar. I don't know.
Yeah, but then it's always a good tool for you to play the in and out game.
Yeah.
And then going for the Orchid first is, yeah. I mean it's good for the Searing Chain.
G smoked up here, trying to catch someone. They
have the use of Mirana right now, so they have to guarantee setup for Arrow.
Out of there though, she's gonna be okay. I don't know. We might have a scrap here. All 5 heroes from SAG, indeed. We're gonna have some smoke on smoke action.
Ooh.
Oh, going right around each other. Ember Spirit actually gonna break the smoke here. Kaka, the Static Storm off the mark there. Just gonna stay invis now. As there's the duel now, they will find the Ember Spirit. Baited him. Sonic Wave. The dual damage isn't gonna be enough to control from the Rubik. Frost. With the Chain Frost now. Bouncing all around the secret shop. He's just trying to run a shop here, and there's a fight breaking out. OP God will fall now as the Naga Siren finally will come out after they lose the LC. Ember Spirit has died. Naga sticks around here a bit. She's trying to get a bit more aggressive as Kaka. Now the arrow is good here onto Rubik, but not going to be good enough, I imagine.
Glimpse.
In some trouble. The glimpse to be used. Spell stolen there.
Immediately changing target to the Beastmaster.
Yeah, now Beastmaster will get gone on, and it looks like it's a 4-0. Monkey King getting out of that fight. He rips out of that fight. Didn't want to be there any longer.
Yeah, good initiation by OP God. Going on Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit is the one hero they have to take down every single time before the team fight.
Yep.
And during the team fight, I mean. And the Disruptor is pretty rich right now.
Yeah. That was actually a really good song. I called it out at first because I wasn't sure what was going on, but upon seeing that, it was a moment of brilliance. Yep. Gets songs, resets the fight, does set up for an arrow onto the Rubik, but by then it really didn't matter.
A Blink Dagger completed on LC as well, so this gives them a lot of tools to deal with the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit has to be really careful when he jumps into a team fight, because there's always going to be
That went very actually badly for them at all. Nice setup by Kaka. That eliminates a real big component. As soon as a song comes out, the BKB is just instant. He goes, absolutely not. We are taking this fight.
Yeah, he took too long to TP out as well.
I'm not sure. Maybe they thought they could.
Wait, where is he TPing to? I think he's turning the TP to the tower. That's why the
to the tier 1
or even the outpost or something, because TP was so long. It wasn't a 2-second TP to the base.
Yeah.
It was his old Yashiro. Yep.
No, not really much they could do there. But now, space created. That's tier 1 and a tier 2 down. So the pushing power from JT is going to be flexed there after winning that team fight. Cut down the tree. Perfect for the 4-second stun. Do they have the control, actually? The cold eyes onto our LC, not letting her get up the duel. Will allow Fly to turn out with the DKB and the ulti. Oh, that's a second death now onto our Naga Siren. Continuing to chase. They want to try and find the Queen of Pain, but she has evaded their grasp. Lich, Ollie, what a player.
Yes, indeed, and also because of the BKB, he was able to withstand all the damage coming out from SAG, and most importantly, once you get your Wukongs off, it's tough for you to lose a team fight.
Yeah.
Also, SAG, they don't have anyone that can buy a Spirit Wrestler as well. Normally, you want the Rubik to go for that, but then again, Spirit Wrestler on the Rubik is not ideal. It's just not ideal.
No,
so, yeah.
Not at all. Not at all here. Let's see what they can get done now, continuing to push. That's 2 back-to-back deaths though, all of a sudden. Why?
And this gives Monkey all the time to catch up to him. He's already ahead of the Naga Siren.
Interesting. Going for this is like a really interesting build. Fly. Maybe experimenting here a little bit. He's like, guys, I got this new experimental build. Just, it's like when your friend comes in. He's like, guys, I got some new experimental music to play for you. And
yep.
It actually is kind of working this game,
Yeah, it is. I mean, if there's one guy that knows Monkey King in and out in Chinese region, it's gotta be Fly.
Yeah, indeed. He's going to be next for the Agnum Scepter. They do receive they can proc on their auto attack modifiers, right? Yeah, so Battle Fury does work. Just checking there. So you're going to have a lot of, what would you call them? Warriors? You're going to have a lot of extra warriors for Fly. It is a really big like stand your ground and fight lineup for IG. They got good catch, but as of now, it's been SAG kind of just running at them this entire time, and they've been able to withstand them.
Yep.
He's a farming machine with Battle Fury.
I mean, whenever the Wukong is up, you are just making sure that Naga has to run away from the team fight. And this is something that you really want to do.
Oh, yeah, there they go now on the aggressive. Oh, you can dodge him once, but that's going to be the Aghanim Scepter on Emo. There's going to be a third
use
one.
as well.
Scepter committed into the arrow for Kaka, setting up perfectly. Queen of Pain has nothing to offer but emotional support as that bounty was just set and now will be cleared and claimed by Emo. Ooh. Oh, look at this. Rubik. Oh, yeah. That's oh, look at that.
Oh, look at the style.
The disrespect. JT not giving him even the least bit of care.
I don't care. I DC.
Cool guys don't look at their, creep get kills. Top lane. They're falling
nice
all
dodge.
over the map. Yeah, good dodge there from the ensnare. Yule Scepter to try and save himself a little bit longer. Oh, the BKB, though. Uh-oh. Oh, no. He's going to be in some trouble. Nice Sonic Wave there. Might buy him a little bit more time, but the Boundless Strike has Naga Siren. Not a song that they wanted to be listening to there. Queen of Pain going for the BKB TP out. That's our 10-second BKB, Arthur. Used to TP out. This has gone so wrong so quickly for SAG.
Yeah, they are doing all the fights. They're poking everywhere. Beastmaster got a kill at the bottom side to the Rubik, and then all of a sudden, heroes are pairing and trying to get a kill on Naga. This fight is so split. It's so confusing for SAG. Like you are picking Naga and Disruptor together. You are expecting yourself to get a wombo combo fight, but then again, this has not happened at all in this team. In this game, Monkey is getting really big right now. It seems like he will be the answer. He will be the ultimate answer for the Naga Siren.
They've already got a Solar Crest too, so not really a full protect one, but just hey, you're doing a lot of damage. Let's help you do more damage at this point.
Yeah.
As Aghanim Scepter completed now, you can see the warriors being spawned at his side.
The Golden Warrior as well.
Golden Warrior. Look at that. That's going to be beautiful. As they go, they do damage towers as long as you're within a certain range of them. Spell Stolen will be, I believe that's Tree Dance. Indeed it is. Well, it's going to be good doing actually a really good job at pushing lanes. You can't even clear the warriors, so they just stand there for the entire duration. Oh, Yule Scepter there onto the LC. Arrow from Kaka. Oh, predicting the movement, trying to juke him out as they
almost got glimpsed out.
Yeah, he did, but the Boundless Strike will be there to collect the kill regardless. Ember Spirit now rooted, has been caught by the ensnare. It's a pretty long one here. They're going to send the Naga Illusions, try and burn some of the mana, but Fly, keeping them out of range here with the Wukong's Command, which will now expire.
You might want to be hitting the range tracks though.
Yeah. Oh, they actually do hit him with the Shadow Strike here. As Kaka leaping into the base will force back the Naga Siren a little bit. Looking like they might sacrifice the Aegis here. Now they're going to go for the retreat under the cover of Moonlight Shadow. And they should be A-okay here. But another good push. Again, they just constantly finding the perfect person to initiate on. Should SAG maybe consider putting the LC onto the backlines and using that?
Yeah, definitely. We were saying that how good LC PTS is in this game because of how many disable he could debuff. But then again, if you are going on the LC himself, no one is going to save him.
Yeah, exactly.
And weirdly enough, SAG, LC has been giving them all the chances to get him.
Seriously. Yeah. Oh, it's been outstanding plays, but like even some of the outstanding plays, like with the cutting the tree, outstanding plays require modern solutions, and you just had Ollie right there with the Sinister Gaze to turn that right around. That's a 4-second stun when you get chopped down from a tree.
Yep.
And he was still good to go. Fly now onto the high ground here.
Oh, look at the Solar Crest is dealing so much tower damage.
No.
We're saying that they don't have really good sieging high ground siege, but then if you go for this build, I guess you have.
Well, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
They can poke and prod very nicely, and they have a really great zone of control as well. I mean, we're seeing now they're finally going to come up and clear this wave. That's approach to the high ground.
The Sakuras on Beastmaster soon as well, so that's going to give them extra armor, extra tools to go to high ground. As we'll be hitting faster, tower armor will be reduced
by 5, which is huge for tower armor. Yeah, like that, trying to burn the mana. Good amount of damage done, but again, you can't fight against the Monkey Warriors, especially when they get spawned in like that. they're just going to continue the slow siege. They still have the Aegis. They want to be nowhere else. They know that this Naga Siren is not going to be farming, and while she has to be here to defend the base, so they're going to be quite happy with that. That's a lot of damage on a fly. They're going to hit him with the Orchid. Glimmer Cape, though, is going to negate a lot of that damage coming through from the Shadow Strikes. I think he's going to be okay. Nice and healthy. Just need some creeps to hit, though.
It's quite weird, though, because Beastmaster is not using his summon units at all to assist with the high ground push. He has always been Monkey alone. I'm not sure if I'm not sure why don't they want to do that.
Maybe they're trying to. Okay, is there something they need to purge this game? Maybe oppress the attack. I'm just thinking. What's the only reason you would save it? To A, to not feed gold, right, and B, you need the purge at a certain time. What is there to purge?
Not much, honestly.
That's
it's just a PDA. It's just purging off the heal.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think the goal was
look at that. There's a jump once again. They're gonna find the Naga Siren. I'm sorry, the LC, the arrow from Kaka will not be there, but Fly has now gotten the tower. Roar committed. They really do not like this LC. Now the illusions will be spawned, but that's a very nice arrow that should just about last as long as this song. But they're gonna end it preemptively onto the SF. The Amber Spirit they go as. Jumping in further for the Queen of Pain, but again, good job breaking the trees, though. They glimpse them right back to safety, however, so they're not able to follow up, even if they were there. I'm not sure if you really want to be fighting into the Monkey Warriors right now.
Yeah, it's hard for you to kill the Monkey King. He has the Satané right now, so he has a lot of ways for him to heal back up. So if you are not able to burst him down real quick, you are going to have a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they're just trying their best at this point to keep him away from the buildings as much as possible. Oh, there's going to be maybe a little bit of a jump. Shadow Strike doing good damage. The explosion damage.
They're trying to deny him.
Quite low. They will deny.
Damage with the Fury.
2 lanes down, and now we have popped. No lanes here, but honestly, I think they can go through backdoor with the Necro and the Monkey Illusions. Solar Crest on top. Is enemies to try and control you as well, because it's a huge AoE actually.
Only a kid would choose, in and out, they get it all. They get them all.
Yeah, there we go. I do like that item quite a bit here coming through. IG though, they're in the end game here though. They're doing all the right things. They have vision outside the base, so they know unless they smoke that SAG have left the base. They're keeping the Naga from farming. She's only able to get farmed from the waves. They're still farming now. The reason they've stopped pushing is they're going to be looking to farm their tier 4 items. Ninja Gear, Minotaur Horn's a great one to be dropping for IG. Maybe going to wait for next Roche to respawn. They know it'll be soon. After that, they're going to go right back in. Just clean, clinical Dota here in the end game.
Also making sure that SAG has no jungle camps to farm, so no access for the tier 4 items.
Yes. Which is, yeah,
they could also wait for Roshan as well. They have a career in the Roshan pit to scout out the Roshan. Roshan should be up.
Short Roche.
Yep.
It's a very short Roche here.
20 seconds.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty Naga Siren, the Manta style though, to try and escape. As they have now.
Okay, small win for SAG.
Indeed, they got Roar off that jumping in though. Will be the Ember Spirit now looking for the fight. Will be Kaka. Oh, the Song of the Siren trying to reset this one. Oh, they're going to get the tick damage though on the Disruptor. There's the combo. How do you fight this now? SAG looking to retreat, but how can you run from this Ember Spirit? Oh, that's a good blink out. You'll stop there to try and create enough space. Kaka fearlessly charging, leaping at the enemies to get them back onto the high ground.
Oh, poor Disruptor. He has all the items. It has, in Chinese, you say you have. I would not say 100% that SAG has lost. I will always have this hope for Naga Disruptor combo. Like, you just have to pull it out once.
You just need once.
Yeah, you just have to do it once. That's all you need.
Well, twice, because Monkey King hasn't ages.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Well,
so you just have to do it. You just have to do it twice then.
You have to do it twice. It's that easy. Just do it twice.
Just don't lose.
Yep, just don't lose. As there goes Monkey King. Can they do it once? I don't think Rubik's gonna get a chance to do it, to even live even once. As yeah, they get the most of which new.
I think, like what we say,